did you know there was a NATO for Russia back in the day, World War II or something like that? And you had NATO for US. And for some odd reason, NATO from US expanded too much and Russia was, becoming smaller. That's why a lot of countries like the Eastern European countries or things like that, they kind of speak a little Russian, right? That's why what was it again? Lithuanian friends, they speak Russian because back in the day, they were the native of Russia.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.
But look at this.
NATO has moved closer to Russia rather than Russia moving closer to NATO. Is that not an accurate way to look at this?
I think that's the way President Putin probably looks at it. It's certainly not the way that we look at it.
You don't think that NATO has expanded eastward toward Russia?
NATO has expanded.
So the reason that the Russian army is at NATO's doorstep is not the fault of the Russian army, it's not the Russian army that's done it. It's NATO has moved closer to moved
I'm pretty
east.
sure it wasn't NATO who was ordering, upwards of 15 battalion tactical groups to within 10 kilometers of the border with Ukraine. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't NATO who put little green men inside Ukraine to destabilize eastern
I'm
cities.
pretty sure that Ukraine is not a member of NATO. Do you not understand how, or can you not even see how the Russians will perceive it as a threat? And the fact that it keeps getting closer to their border, you're moving closer to Russia, you're blaming the Russians for being close to NATO.
No. We're blaming the Russians for violating the territorial integrity of Ukraine and destabilizing the security
which is
situation
not a
inside
NATO
Europe.
member. Which is not a NATO.
We want to protect these people. I'm like, what? Do they have oil? Is it Iraq? Do they have missile of destruction like back in the day? I don't know. But it's weird when even supposed the most corrupt person that a lot of people don't like these days has this beautiful thing to say. This was weirdly eye-opening.
Let me ask you about Ukraine. I mentioned to you before we came downstairs that I interviewed President Zelensky on this stage virtually.
The Ukrainian government is one of the worst in the world. Corrupt, controlled by a few rich people. I mean, really unfortunate for the people in Ukraine. Ukraine has better agricultural land than the United States does. I mean, it is the breadbasket of Europe. It's an incredible location. And so hopefully post-war, as it gets rebuilt, it'll first come up to Eastern European levels, then eventually European levels. So it's a country that has a lot of promise, but in the meantime, it's been destroyed, and no one knows how long this war will go on.
So let me know what you guys think about this situation, because I'm like, I don't know why I like Bill Gates. I used to hate him so much for certain decisions that he did in the past. The fact that it's an alleged rumor that he made way more money now that he is in the medical industry compared to all the money he made with computers makes you wonder, Alright, look man, I know a lot of people don't like him, but it's the first time I was like, dude, thank you for calling at least one thing out.